Logan. Logan from Louisiana. Logan, what part of Louisiana are you from, and what's your comment?
I'm from Franklinton, Louisiana. It's out just about an hour north of New Orleans.
Actually, I know.
I just want to comment.
Well, hang on a second. I know Franklinton really well. Do you live there now?
Actually, I just work in Franklinton. I'm really from Mississippi, but I live in Franklinton and I work here.
Okay.
But
okay. Yeah, I'm from actually I lived in Franklinton for a little while. But anyway, I digress. What's your comment, Logan?
Yeah. I want to comment on that trans lady, the lady who wants to be black. Now I know I'm not black myself. I got
okay.
lots of black friends and everything, and I have a lot of white friends, of course, being white. I got a lot of white friends, but a lot of my a lot of younger people around here, white people, walking around, in a manner that would be more related to black people walking around with, like, the certain behavior and clothing and the type of music they listen to. It's more, it will be, you would think of black people doing it. And so, like,
you mean you would stereotype the type of you have a stereotypical view of blackness.
And I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but you would just think of it as being associated with black because it's a black type of music, black people rapping and everything and doing all the
okay, Logan, I want you to hang on. Logan.
I've been listening to your show.
Hang on. Yeah, exactly. Hang on. Let me I'm gonna mute you for 1 second. Nobody can hear you. I just want to give you a fair chance here, Logan. I want to make sure that you understand that you called in the Benjamin Dixon Show. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, but I am African American, so I just want to give you a fair warning. And I am so anyway, maybe you want to get to your point.
Let me get to my
point. Get to your point.
Let me get to my main point. Now, okay, it's fine if you want to, like that culture and everything, and if you like that music and everything, but, is it any different from that lady trying to be black, and her parents said that she's been trying to identify as black since she was little? Is that any different from that Kardashian woman, Jenner, Bruce guy? Trying to pass off as a woman.
Yeah, Logan, I saw that on Twitter last night. I saw a couple of people trying to make I think the word is corollary between Caitlyn Jenner deciding to become a woman and Rachel Dolezal deciding to be black. Matter of fact, I even saw the hashtag trans black. Is that what you're referring to?
And talk about transgender and everything. Yeah, why can't this be trans? I've seen a lot of people, the same people that were trying to get me to accept a trans woman, a trans man. They're the ones getting upset about this transracial woman, this trans black woman.
So
I just think that's kind of hypocritical. Now,
Logan, do I need to put you on mute?
I'll finish right here. Either take it one way or the other. Either let her try to be black and let that be okay, or let Jenner be a man.
Let me ask you, how in the world is it that you could have listened to my show for any amount of time and think that some foolishness like that would fly on the Benjamin Dixon Show? Let me help you out with something. First of all, there is an absolute difference between trying to be.
You haven't explained it yet. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Explain
it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give this man an applause because he has managed to yeah. Let me help you out with something. First of all, there is absolutely no comparison between what Caitlyn Jenner did and what Rachel Dolezal did. Rachel was trying to become something that she was living a lie, right? Her lie was to fill in the shoes and to try to be black and to take opportunities of a black person. conveniently so, at any drop of a dime, she could have switched back and gone into her whiteness. So let's get that first straight. So Caitlyn Jenner was a woman underneath and decided to let's go all the way and go through all the surgeries and everything else. Now, I want to help you out with something. I'm not personally a fan of the Caitlyn Jenner narrative, right? There are a lot of other trans Americans who have gone through this process and not done so publicly and so glamorously, right? So it's the celebrity factor that that's a part of the Kardashian family that I don't like personally. But you cannot compare a person who, for all intents and purposes, just dressed up in blackface, went to the tanning salon and got a deeper, darker tan and put in some faux braids and she was talking about she's going to go natural. No, you either have on a wig or you put a perm in your hair and got it to go curly, right? So she did not make a commitment to becoming, you can't change. If there was a surgery where she could literally change the melanin in her skin, right? Which there is not. If there was, and she went through that process, and she went. All right, Logan. I see that you're not serious about it. You're not really serious about this.
No, I'm dead serious. There is, even if you don't think, I do know this. Like if my brother is a doctor, even if Michael didn't get surgery, there is such a surgery.
Okay, so you're saying there's a surgery where you can change your pigmentation from being white to being black.
Well, there's a surgery where you can change your pigmentation from being black to white. I don't know if there's a reversal.
Okay, we're going off into the twilight zone. Only thing I need to help you to understand is that there is no comparison between a person who dresses up in blackface for all intents and purposes, for whatever, I don't know if it was for economic gain. I don't know if it was because she wanted to teach classes. Whatever the reason was, she did not have a lifetime commitment to being black. She was conveniently black versus a person who says, I'm trapped inside of a different gendered body than the person I really am. And they go through a lifetime to go through a lifetime.
How do you know that she did not on the inside just kept on saying, why was I born? I hate myself for being born this way. You know, how do you know that she was not struggling on the inside? Her parents,
I don't know, quite frankly.
Her parents said that since she was a teenager, she's been trying to identify as black.
Listen, I don't know if she's been troubled with that throughout her life, but there is no comparison between going through a sexual transition, a gender transition, to a person who just dresses up in blackface. How do you not see that those are two totally different things? If it's like saying someone who bleaches their skin, maybe you don't like your race. That's fine. Maybe she has some psychological issues with her race. That's fine. But dressing up in blackface and getting braids and walking around, I mean, for all intents and purposes, Iggy Azalea then it would be comparable to this. But there's no, and it's quite frankly, here's the other part of it. It's kind of insulting because as soon as, what's her name? Rachel, she can regress back to her whiteness, which she is at this point. She's going to blend in white America. She's going to get her hair back normal, and she's going to be white all over again, right? But there is, once you have made, and I can't even speak for this, right? You see, I don't even have the language to talk about this, which with regard to the challenges of transgendered people. So I would just advise you to not make those really quick and snappy and stupid comparisons just because this girl wanted to be black and try to compare that. And I'm going to leave it there because I cannot speak on the level of insult that it would be to a transgender person. I just think it's a stupid as hell comparison. And
I guess we just gotta agree to disagree. I still love the show, man. I love that you haven't used it in a while. You speak truth to power. That's your phrase and everything. And
well, I tell you what. If you love my show,
this certain opinion.
Hang on. If you love my show, I need you to do this for me. I need you to think at a deeper level than that. I think I need you to look a little bit beyond because that is for Twitter, it was something witty that people threw out there, right? But just have a little more patience to think a little bit further than to make a comparison, because one, you have to consider all the people that are involved that you're implicating. The entire transgender movement. You for all intents and purposes, you kind of just spat in their face. So if you like my show, and you watch my show, I need you to be mindful of that. And I will keep speaking truth to power, even though you're not necessarily power. I'm going to speak truth to you. All right, Logan.
Wait. You don't know what my power is.
You're right.
Okay,
I don't know what your power is, but I know my power is to put you on mute. And thank you for being on the Benjamin Dixon Show. And I'm going to take another caller. All right, Logan from Louisiana, for Franklinton. Funny, he's from a town that I grew up in, and you know, that just means people from the same places absolutely grow up with different. Anyway, I'm not going to insult you, Logan, because you like my show, right? But I definitely need you to think a little bit better and a little bit deeper. If anyone wants to join the conversation, 857-600-0518. What about you? What do you think? People making this comparison, like you know my opinion, right? But I'm not always right. I'm right on this one. But what do you think? Do you think people can make? Do you think that it's insulting for people to compare this idea of Rachel Dolezal being trans black to people to a trans woman or a trans man? I think it's insulting. I think that it's belittling, and I think it's intellectually lazy, right? I think a lot of people were jockeying to try to find something creative to say last night, and or something funny or witty to say, and they went with that instead of actually just you know, don't make your jokes. Here's my thing. Don't make your humor at the expense of a marginalized group. That's just me, right? You know, so make your humor, you know, if you're going to make your humor based on something, make it based on the group that's not marginalized, you know, but still, for all intents and purposes, there is absolutely no comparison. I know you thought that was witty, Logan, and I appreciate the phone call. 857-600-0518. Hey, thanks for watching this video, everyone. If you liked it, be sure to click the like button, subscribe, and make sure you share it with all of your friends. If you like what we're doing at the Benjamin Dixon Show and think more people should hear it, consider becoming a Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/the BPD show, and we'll see you next time.